Hey, everybody, and welcome to the America, Guns, and Freedom podcast, even though it's not a podcast because I don't really post it anywhere. Hopefully someday I'll learn how. With your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat. You can ask whatever question you want, suggest whatever topic you want. It doesn't have to be gun related, and I will do my best to answer it. If I can't answer it for some weird reason, something I don't know, maybe someone in the chat can. So pay attention to the live chat. There's people in there that might have the answers for you to your specific question, pertinent to your specific situation. So pay attention to the live chat, get engaged in the live chat. You can talk amongst yourselves and ignore me all you want. If you don't want to pay attention to me at all, you just talk amongst yourselves. I'm fine with that. It just will hurt my feelings just a little bit. And as always tonight, I want to start the chat by reading if we got any orders over on my Shopify custom orders page. And I don't think we did. We have not gotten any today. If you want to get some merch like this, be a sheepdog, not a sheep, Sam with his AK there. You can go over to my website, TYMPpistolproject.com. And here it is, TYMPpistolproject.com. You can go over there. You can sign up to be a Subscribe Star member. You can become a Patreon member. You can register to be a TYMPP recipient, which I'm going to check those tonight. And I think the time is up tomorrow to respond. And I got to send them out. You can sign up to be a TYMPP recipient, or you can link to my Shopify page and go buy some Pro 2A merch to help support TYMPP. Also, if anybody out there wants to become a patron, please do it tonight, because if not, this is going to be the lowest month we've ever had on Patreon. Lower than the first month we ever did it. Not only do we have less people, because the first month I had 720 something people. Right now we got 699 people. And the average is lower per person. Used to be the average was like $2.85, almost $3. Now it's $2.18 or something like that is the average. So if you want to help, go. Now's the time. Luckily, we got a little extra coming in from the double super secret drawing to help pad things, but can't do that every month. But let's get started. Let's get started. Here we go. Oh, wait, I already started, didn't I? Ooh, that's not good. That don't look good on me, does it? What was I babbling about? Let's keep going, because we already started. I thought we were just going to start the chat. It's one of those days. I told people it's one of those days. All right, let's just go over and see if we got any questions coming in. Can I send you some tatami mats? Please fill my trailer. Tatami mats. Aren't those Japanese floor mats? What's a tatami mat? I don't remember a lot of Japanese culture stuff, but isn't that like a floor mat? Like I think they have in Korea too. I don't know. Why would I need tatami mats? I would like to start doing yoga, though. I hear it's good for people my age. Might start doing that Diamond Dallas Page yoga. If it wasn't for the fact I don't want to leave the house, I'd go join a yoga class. But my flexibility ain't what it used to be, and my fitness level ain't what it used to be. I think I would benefit greatly from yoga. Let's see here. Let me get back to the questions. Let's see what we got over here. This, like I said, this is just a mess of a chat. Sean Bain. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do the Patreon and the Subscribe Star. We lost a Subscribe Star person. We lost 2 patrons, but one of those patrons re-signed back up at a higher level. Boss Hug signed back up at a higher level. And we lost another one. He thinks I've been time to get more entries for this month's drawing. All right, now let me get back over here and see if there's any questions. because I skipped all that. I screwed up. Remember, I even forgot we'd started. I didn't know what's going on. Excuse me. Sean Bain says, "Hail Phil." I ate a lot of like a whole head of cauliflower before I came out here. One of those family pack bags. I ate the whole thing before I came out here. So I'm a little gassy. And drinking 2 sodas doesn't help. George Powell paid his tithe to Phil and said, "How is 357 with a case only 3 millimeters longer than the 38 so much more powerful? And did you show my target? I talked about it. I ain't showing that. You ain't fooling nobody." Well, it's just loaded differently. It's got room for more powder. It's got the guns that it goes in can handle it. So that's the main thing. It's just how you load it. I mean, you can load a 38 up really heavy if you want, but you pack it to the maximum, you might blow your gun up if it's only 38 rated. But mostly it's just gun has a little more room for some powder, can be a little more powerful. I mean, Ghost Shadow could probably explain it better, but of course he'd take longer to explain it because he'd be all technical and shit. Was that was George Powell. Paul Bidenbach chimed in, got multiple entries into the double super secret stock giveaway, and said, "Hail Phil! Parents are already legally responsible for the child's safety and from others being hurt by their child. New laws? No, hell no." He's weighing in on today's topic about safe storage laws. Safe storage laws. And parents are responsible. Chrissy Jones says, "Me and Chrissy Jones. Hail Phil, have you considered heating up your mug with hot water from the kettle before pouring your coffee? Does Phil punish you if you forget to check your gun after picking it up?" I don't ever check my fucking gun after I pick it up. I know it's loaded. It was loaded when I laid it down there. It's still loaded. I put it back in my holster. Phil don't care about that. Phil don't care if I behave irresponsibly with my gun. If I forget to load it, I go out and I get shot, he'd be like, "That's on you." If I go out, if I pick up a gun and I don't check it for safety and I shoot myself, he'd be like, "Small loss." He's not a safety Nazi. And why would I do that? Why would I go to all that trouble? I make my coffee right in my cup because we have a Keurig. I don't make a pot of coffee. Nobody would drink a pot of coffee. And plus, we have our coffee at different times. One person has coffee about 7 a.m. I don't have it till about 10, 11 a.m. So that pot would just sit there. So we just do Keurig. It goes right into the mug. Put it in the mug, put shit in it, stick it in the microwave for a minute and 10 seconds, and then pop it out and drink it. I like it hot. I like it to be like where you're like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." I like hot. Some like it hot. And some sweat when the heat is on. On my way to Portland, I stopped for gas and a Velociraptor tried stealing my tires. If suppressors aren't taken off the NFA, will you get a 300 blackout rifle? If suppressors are taken off, will I get a 300 blackout rifle? Probably not. Because I could get one now, and I have suppressors. I could get a suppressor for it now. And I haven't. So I'm probably not going to. I got these cauliflower in my teeth. Yep. One of the stems, how like the little fibrous stems, which if there's just a little stem on them, I'll eat them stem and all. If it's like this much stem, I just bite it off the stem, throw the stem in like a bowl or back in the bag or something. But no, probably not, because I haven't bought one to this point. I could have got one. I haven't. That was Sean Coleman, by the way. So it must mean I probably don't want one. That's the way I would read it. Clinton Barella. You can stand under my Barella. You can stand under my Barella. Please share your criteria for selecting a good watermelon. I want to select the best watermelon. Well, one of the main things for me is weight. It's got to feel like the right weight for its size. And then it's got to be a good dark green, the striping, but it's got to have some yellow on the belly and preferably some brown spots and some dirt so that it actually ripened on the ground. Also, it's got to be just a little bit of give on the ends, solid everywhere else, just a little give on the ends, and it should make a hollow thump when you thump on it. But even bad ones will make the hollow thump. Weight is probably the most important thing, learning what weight they should be for their size, checking to look like they actually matured at least most of the way in a field and not in a trailer or something. So it's all those things kind of combined. P-Gar chimed in and says, I never heard any update on Lex Luger with DDP yoga. I haven't either. I thought, wasn't Lex Luger like completely crippled? I don't even know. Can he even walk? Barely walk, I think. That was P-Guard asked that, and that was Clinton Burrell asked about the watermelons. Under my umbrella. Chrissy Jones. It's twice he's weighed in today. What's he will keep weighing in for? What's he got to say now? Regarding safe laws, I feel like it would be similar to a seatbelt law. It seems more like they want you to be able to charge perps with as much as they can, and this gives them another chance. Yeah, I don't think they need that either. Of course, they like laws that they can use to. That's why they like laws against like guns and stuff, because they can say, "Oh, I suspected that person's carrying a gun and shouldn't be allowed to," and that give them reason to stop somebody, like stop and frisk. That way they can defend their actions. I don't like that shit. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and said, what is the 2A gun equivalent to the Batman versus Superman debate? Oh, I don't know if there would be a gun equivalent, because most guns are capable, whereas Batman and Superman, it's like one's powerful and one's smart. Guns aren't smart. Guns can only do what the person using them does. So I don't know if you can actually apply it like that, because I can't think of a gun that would be much smaller and weaker than a big, powerful gun, but would have advantages like quickness and speed and stuff like that. And smarts. I don't think there'd be an equivalent. I don't know if I can make that work. I'd have to think real hard on that. Johnny Mandrick's trying to give me a headache. It's working too. Give me a headache, make me try to think. I didn't come here to think. I came here to talk about guns and spaghetti and other things, whatever comes up. Oh, trannies. Somebody was supposed to ask a question about trannies today. I didn't. Transsexuals. Sorry. I keep forgetting. I've got a lot of transsexual. I've had a lot of transsexual friends through my life. I don't have a lot of friends now, period. Well, not a lot, but, several. It's just not, they're kind of rare. So consider yourself lucky if you got a trans friend. That's rare. Someone's supposed to have a question about that tonight, but I keep forgetting that nowadays they don't like tranny, even though everyone that I've ever known, that's the term they used. So I guess someone decided for them that that's bad. P-Gar said seedless watermelons are not as good as seeded. That's true. The flavor of a seeded watermelon is much better, but you get less watermelon because there's so much fucking seed. It's like the core of a seeded watermelon is the best part of any watermelon. The core of a seedless is not as good as the core of a seeded. Seeded have like a good 2 inches from the rind, and then there's like 2 inches of unusable because of all the seeds, and then it's got the core. So yeah, he's right. The seedless watermelons have better flavor. Hey, where was I at? I was on Wix support submitted a contact form. What the fuck does that mean? It says you got a new lead on Wix. I don't know what that means. Wix life support submitted a contact form via Wix chat on Yankees 2A swag bag. I don't know what that means. It was not someone trying to contact me, because I don't know what they're doing. Jay Lugo chimed in, Heavy J, and said he paid his tithe to Phil, by the way. Some guy at the 7-Eleven asked how I'm comfortable wearing a fanny pack Told him I don't care what most people think. Never understood how tough men think fanny packs equals gay or some shit. Well, even if it does equal gay, you should be so flattered someone thinks you're gay. Yeah, I've never understood the whole thing against fanny packs. Plus, nowadays operators wear them all the time. I think it's becoming more acceptable now. I was way ahead of the curve on that. I'm ahead of the curve on hating the NRA, ahead of the curve on fanny packs. I think I'm ahead of the curve on people lacking revolvers too. They're coming back around. But yeah, fanny packs, there's nothing, just a great way to carry when you're wearing shorts or something like that. And people are like, oh, it screams gun. Doesn't really scream gun to anybody who doesn't really carry guns. I think you're a little overestimating what other people think or what they know. So I'm a firm believer of fanny packs. And like I said, nowadays, all operators, it seems, wear the fucking fanny packs. Fanny packs are a great way to carry. And you don't wear them around on your butt like a lot of people. I think they were originally designed to be worn in the back. So when you're hiking and stuff, they're not in the way. But we wear them, kind of in the front. I wear them like, the 10 o'clock position. So their fanny packs are awesome. And I've never understood men who, I worry about what people think of me, or they say something to you. When someone says something to you like, how can you wear Crocs? Men don't wear Crocs. They're just projecting their own insecurity onto you. Because if they were actually secure in their manhood, they would understand. Their mindset would be one that he's wearing Crocs because he don't give a shit. And that includes what I would have to say about it. So they wouldn't bother. It's the ones that are very insecure that feel like, well, he must be insecure too. It would kill me if someone brought up something like that. So it obviously would hurt him too. That they're exposing their own insecurities when they do that. Because like I said, if they were coming from the mindset of someone who truly didn't give a shit, they would understand that you didn't give a shit, including what they thought. John Bushk paid his tithe to Phil and said, wife asked, what is Patreon and Subscribe Star about? Answer, money for animal rescue and to keep an angry old bearded guy happy. He's on the spectrum. It does keep me happier when we're able to do stuff. That's why I get so mad now when YouTube's taking away our ability to help out with animal causes, etc. Because like I said, I had two goals on YouTube: expand the gun community, appeal to people that maybe don't find other gun channels appealing, have reach and reach new people. And once I started making money on it, because I wasn't making money on it when I first started, I was like, hey, let's use any money that comes from YouTube to try to make the world better for animals and veterans sometimes too, but mostly animals. And YouTube's taken both those things away from me. I don't have reach now. Nobody sees my videos. I can't make money because of it. I got people dropping off Patreon saying, hasn't made a video in months. When I make videos every day, YouTube just prevents them from seeing them. Like today, every video, 334 views. For every hour, 334 views. Tell me that's a coincidence. It's a hell of a coincidence, isn't it? But yeah, it does make me happy, but that's why I get so pissed with YouTube. And that's why I'm going to be screaming at him tonight about this bullshit that's going on. Or tomorrow morning, probably. Got to call them kind of early if you want to really have a chance of catching on like a supervisor or anything. That was John Bush. Per Gustafson weighed in with a 556 donation and said, I think 38 Special could at least be loaded up to basic 9mm power. I'm not a loader, so what I know, not even 38 plus P is 9mm power. No, I just don't think 38 guns, or a lot of them, are made for much power. They aren't sturdy enough, I guess. Although most of the metal ones will hold 38 plus P, and they'd probably handle more. The only problem is if you start packing it to where it sticks out a little more, cylinder angle will turn because the cylinder is shorter on the 38 Specials. But I don't know about loading it up to 9mm. I bet you probably could. Like I said, ask Ghost Shadow. My head itches. Johnny Mandrick made me think earlier. Now my head hurts and itches. So everybody say thanks, Johnny Mandrick. All right, he's here again right now. Extra $5 for thinking. Yeah, see, made me think. You should be more than that. You know how much damage you can do? I don't have many brain cells left. Joe Pearson says, next Sunday, you, me, 1v1 steel catch match. I think he means cage match. Winner take all. We can just do the podcast and talk wrestling. You have to let me know in advance, though, so I know to clear some time. You know, because I'm a very busy man, very busy, important man. Like tonight, after I get done here, I'm going to go down, clear dead snakes out of the yard. And then I'm going to come back in the house and probably watch YouTube till I go to bed. Well, no, then I got to come out here and do my video editing and stuff. But then I'll go to bed. Watch YouTube till I go to bed. Where was it? I think that might be it for the. Is that it for the chats? I told everybody my holster's coming. I ordered for my Shadow 2 compact or carry. It's in, I think, Utah right now. Poor thing. Stuck in Utah, Salt Lake City. Hopefully it'll get here. Hope it doesn't get in trouble out there. They got some pretty weird laws. It's like I know of a couple that he's registered as a sex offender because him and his wife got caught having sex in their tent in a public camping ground. It wasn't his wife. It was his ex-wife who he got back together with, and they weren't legally married. So he got charged and he got registered as a sex offender for having sex with his ex-wife as two grown adults. She didn't get charged, but he did. Also, I know someone was reading through that thing and they're talking about people that got charged with public urination who get put on some public sex offenders list in Utah. So I'm sure it happens other places too, but Utah sucks. What you doing, Django? What? You looking at me like that for? I ain't doing nothing. All right. That does it for our super chats today. Let me get over here. See. Oh, we got emails. I got to do the emails first. Where did I put the emails? Hold on. I know I took them. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, that ain't the right button. All right. Present. Share screen. Winder. This is the only revolver that has left my hand dirty. And what would cause my hand to get hot when shot? Like when you turn a lighter as the flame gets you. Does yours do the same? Well, if you're wrapping your hand very far around, the cylinder is at the bottom. So, yeah, it's more likely to get powder and stuff on you because if your hand is, like, say, your hand's on the gun like this, the cylinder's down here. So, back right here is where the back of the cylinder is at. So, you might get some blowback back here. So, yeah. That's why you got to be careful where you hold. He got his hands dirty. I doubt that's how he got his hands dirty, though. It was like friction burns. Let's see here. What else we got coming in for emails? Winder. This is you know who I'm talking about. Shadow said, 2 of my gun safes in my safe room. Well, them's not gun safes. Them's cabinets. Gun cabinets. That's when I was growing up, that was a gun safe. That's pretty much what everybody used. And anything your parents didn't want you to touch, they'd lock in that gun safe or that gun cabinet. Like if there was something in there you weren't supposed to have, like if they're hiding money or other things they didn't want you to get a hold of, they would lock it in the gun cabinet. Of course, we as kids, like my mom used to hide pot and stuff in there. But my brothers and sisters and I showed them how. It was very easy to just pull the gun cabinet away from the wall, take the back off, get what you wanted, and put the back on, then put it back in place. So we did that all the time. Like if she took something from you, like you weren't allowed to use it, Like, she's like, you're not shooting your gun no more this week. You're grounded from it for a week. I'm putting it in the gun cabinet. Where you just, when she's at work, you go take the back off the gun cabinet, get your gun out, go shoot it, make sure it was back before she got home from work. Although I do remember one time she got home early, and it was the same scenario. I was not supposed to have my rifle, and I had it out. And she came home from work early while I was up on the hill shooting my rifle, and I saw her come home, and I was panicking. So I came home, slipped around the back, put the gun through my bedroom window, went in the house, acted like nothing going on, went back in, took my gun, put it in my closet. And she never, ever noticed that it wasn't in there anymore. And I think I forgot to put it back the next day. So I just had my rifle back, and she forgot I was grounded, I guess, because she never said anything about it, and I never got in trouble. Let's see here. I think that's it for the emails. That's it for the emails. We got Joe Howerton weighing in over Edward Howerton. I added Joe Pearson and Edward Howerton together. You don't kill the poor snakes, did you, poor little noodles? You didn't kill the snake. No, I don't kill snakes. Snakes are good. I love snakes in the yard. Like Turnip did it. Little asshole. I told everybody the other day I went and picked some wood out to go build the stand for my air conditioner, which I built today. And snakes just went everywhere. And I think Turnip killed some of them. So, because there were like, I'd swear 20 snakes took off, it seemed like. But I think he got a few of them, little asshole. Something will eat them, but still. I'll go down there tomorrow and they won't be there. Something will have eaten them. But still sad. I don't like to see little snakes die. I like having snakes in my yard. They keep down the bugs and the mice and everything else. That's why I like having possums in the yard. All right, let's get over here to the live chat. We got a few minutes left, and we got some questions coming in, I think. Let's see. How far up can I go? Let's see. Where can I see? Tai Chi, someone just said. That's far up as I can go. They made the 357 mag longer just so it wouldn't be chambered in 38. Just load higher pressures. Can load 38 case to the same pressure and safely fire it in a 357. Well, yeah, in a 357 that'll handle it, but 38. He doesn't want to blow up his 38 special, I don't think. Finally ready for Sarah McCoat tomorrow, said Boss Hug. About time. How would you strip that like a week ago? You're on my schedule of doing stuff. Tell me about your daily experience carrying 3-inch 38 as opposed to a snub nose 38. I have a 5-shot snub nose. Thanks. Well, tell me about your daily experience carrying I don't carry a 3-inch 38. I carry a 2.5-inch Colt Python. 3-inch wouldn't be much difference, but 3-inch carries fine. I carry outside waistband, so I don't have any trouble with the extra length. I'm used to having longer barrels in my pants. Some people are not. Would a Damascus slide look good on a semi-automatic pistol? Well, yeah, I've seen Damascus slide, like 1911s mostly. I've even seen a Damascus revolver, and it's purty. Expensive, but purty. 38 Special was originally designed for black powder, therefore a long cartridge case. 357 Magnum case were made longer to prevent chambering in 38 Special revolvers. Right, they won't fit. That's why I say it'll be good. They won't turn. Chamber shorter on 38. Were it not for black powder origin of 38 Special, the cartridge case would have been shorter for both. Makes sense. They had to make the 357 mag a little longer so it wouldn't fit in the old 38 guns. So you're saying it isn't used to long things. What? I think I said the opposite. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but which concealed carry insurance would you recommend? I appreciate your input. Well, I had USCCA when I had it, but now we can't have it in this state. So I haven't kept up on them, but USCCA is what I had. Feel like an idiot. Ordered a couple of suppressors before I found out about the recent actions And the BS with the suppressor shop, fool me once. Yeah, don't buy from suppressor shop. I wouldn't. They're scumbags. Scumbags, rich ass scumbags who want to continue being rich by your infringement of your rights. And see, that's the perfect example of why you don't trust people who profit off of infringements, because they will work to maintain those infringements no matter what they're telling you, because they're getting rich off of it, like the NRA, the GOA, and so on. They don't want the fight to be over. They're enjoying that big paycheck every month. So they don't want that to go away. Are you using watermelon seed as a sexual metaphor for a different kind of seed? No, I don't. Nothing is a sexual metaphor anymore at my age. Everything is pretty literal. What type of snakes are in your yard? Well, we got all types of snakes, but these are mostly like just little garter snakes. And then we got, I think we have cow snakes, and I know we got rattlesnakes. I haven't seen any rattlesnakes in the yard. I'm sure there's some down on the hill, because we got a rocky hill behind our property. There's probably some down there, but Troop. Well, who's that? I don't even see that person. Oh, there it is. What would you talk about on JRE if you got an invite? I don't know. I ain't got nothing to talk about it to him about. Whatever it was, I'm sure he'd agree with it. XM wants to send you an email. I saw it. What are the top 3 guns that would make you drool that you don't got? Oh, that's just, it'd be hard to narrow it down to 3. There's all kinds that I would love to have. There's a gold-plated Python at my dealer. There's black chrome 686 there too that would do the same thing. One of the nice engraved Colt Pythons. There's all kinds of guns. That 007 engraved PPK. I like engraved guns, as you can tell. I think they're pieces of art. But yeah, there's all kinds of guns that fit that criteria. I don't know if I could narrow it down to 3. Let me see. How are we doing on time? We are out of time. Let me check, make sure we're caught up on all the super chats. We're caught up over there. Jacoby also added that as a super chat. What top 3 guns make you drool you don't have? Like I said, there's so many. I don't know if I can narrow it down to just 3, because there's lots of guns I would just really absolutely love to have, but don't have them. Like I said, that gold Python, the engraved Python, you know, the one, the blue sapphire hat, that one. What else? Well, there's several special edition Berettas that I'd love to have. A Cabot gun. I'd love to have a Cabot gun. I can't afford one, but they make a meteorite. They make a Damascus 1911. Cabot does, I do believe. That would definitely be one that would do that. I tell you what. All that feed is giving them. I love snakes too. All that feed is giving them plenty of critters to eat. They're mostly in our backyard now. There's not many of them up front where the feed is. They're usually down in the back, because we don't mow our property. Even inside the fence line where the dogs go, there's a lot of overgrown areas, because I don't believe in mowing areas like that. Just let it be wildlife preserve. So they hang out in that area a lot. There's a fly in here. How did there get to be a fly in here? But I want to say thanks to everyone. Would you approve of a $200 fine imposed upon any business that puts pineapple on a pizza? Yes. And I'm okay with them passing it on to their customers. We never got the question about the trans people today. I don't know why he was going to save that for today, and he didn't. But yes, I'm fine with them saying anytime someone orders pizza, they call down and they say, I want a medium pizza with pepperoni, sausage, and pineapple. And they go, okay, well, that's a $200 charge for the pineapple, by the way. And then if they can choose if they still want to get it or not. But yeah, I'm okay with that. Put that money towards schools or something where we could start teaching kids not to put pineapple on pizza. Someone was asking me about someone asked over here just a sec. I didn't get to this email. I missed it. What do I think about the new Trump tariffs on steel? Who's going to pay those? Well, I think it's kind of ironic that Trump puts a big tariff on foreign steel because he got a lot of shit from the unions and stuff in New York for being a big foreign steel buyer, lowest bid foreign produced steel when he was building. Like a lot of people questioned the safety of his buildings, even he went so cheap. So it's kind of ironic in a way, but the people that will pay the tariffs are the customer. That's how it is. But here's the thing. The customers in this case are big industry that's building giant buildings. And when they get cheap foreign steel, they don't make their building cheaper because they got a discount on the steel. They just make a bigger profit. So when you put big tariffs on steel, foreign steel, the people that are paying for that are those big investors building buildings who would have just stuck that money in their pocket. So they're paying for it. And they're buying American steel because now it's like, well, I could have got the foreign steel at, 20% cheaper, but now I'm paying a 50% tariff. So I might as well just buy the American steel made with non-slave labor. So I'll just go ahead and use the American steel. It'll save me money, but it's them paying the money, and it's not going to change the price of their building at all, because building is based on real estate values, not on how much money did it cost you to build it. It's going to be on the real estate value. Like you can build a house and spend twice as much money as you would building that house because you decide you want to do this and that. And I want spruce lumber, or I want special lumber to build my house with. And you can spend 5 times what it would cost to build a regular house. It's still only worth what the square footage would be worth in that area, no matter what you built it out of, unless it's gold or something you can tear down and trade back in. So who's paying that? The big industrialists building big, giant buildings, mostly. Car makers that are buying the material to make their cars out of, etc. That's mostly who's paying that. Most of the little guys have already been buying their steel locally because they don't buy enough to bother going to China and getting steel. So it'll mostly be big industrialists building big buildings will be forced through cost to use American-made steel instead of buying foreign steel. So that's who'll pay that tariff. So I'm not really that's how I said sometimes tariffs can be good. So I'm all for it. Now just slapping a tariff on everything that comes from, let's say, China or Taiwan, well, then the people who are going to pay that tariff is the consumer, because Walmart's going to pay to import the stuff, and then they're going to price it up to cover the tariffs. And then, Johnny Six-Pack living in his trailer is going to pay those tariffs. So that's not as effective. And there's not an American alternative. Like if you put 100% tariff on foreign-made clothes, Walmart isn't going to start buying foreign-made clothes because they still get too good a deal on the foreign ones, even with the big tariffs, and they're just going to mark them up. And still, people will buy them. They'll just be twice as expensive now. So sometimes they're bad, but sometimes they're good. All right. That's it for me today. I guess we're over with. So thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Especially thanks to those who participated in our live chat earlier. Those who participated in the live chat tonight, keeping things rolling. People who donated to the Pets and Vets program. Remember, tonight's last night to get to be a member. If you want to be a member for this month's drawings, I got till midnight tonight. Wait, tonight, today's the 30th, not the 31st. I've been thinking today's 31st. We still got tomorrow. So we still got tomorrow. Yeah, there are 31 days this month, right? It was 30 days have September, April, May, and November. So is it 30 or 31 this month? Today's my son's birthday. Is it April? 30 days has September, April, May. Is it April, May, November? I never can remember that goddamn rhyme. But like I said, thanks everybody for everything you do. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe. Till I see you again.